Good morning. Fight Fearless. This morning we're going to start out with bandhas. I wanted to just go into Uddiyana Bandha, but I figured that we might as well talk about the three different bandhas and the three different locks of the body. So this is important stuff. This is really top level stuff that I'm giving you. So I just want to point out the importance of that. I mean, this is stuff that I've been searching my whole life for. So, and in a spiritual, mental, and physical power, empowerment, significance. It holds significance in your life just as much as it holds significance in my life. These three locks, these bandhas, are body locks, but it's how our energy moves in our body. So the state of your health, the state of your mind, the state of your emotions is based upon your ability to activate these muscles and circulate the energy in your body. Now, for the average person, you're like, whatever, that's like whatever. So it's not even a big deal, but it is a big deal, because in terms of the steps of your evolution and in terms of your enlightenment, it's important. So unless that's not important to you, but eventually it will be when you start to get into those higher planes of thinking and purpose for yourself. So if you are looking for purpose in your life, this is the channel. Subscribe with us down below if you haven't already. Go to youtube.com /fightfearless and subscribe with us there. Or go to fightfearless.com and subscribe with us there. You get a free meal plan, grocery list to start you off on your journey to empowerment. So let's get started. The pelvic floor is a big piece to the puzzle because this activates the sexual energy, jing energy, creative sources for your finance, for your health and your immune system, for your energy, for your balance of your hormones, and for longevity in life. Okay, and obviously love and relationships too. So this is going to activate and pump fuel into the four pillars of your life, the four foundations of that what you want to consider happiness as. We're going to activate the pump at the bottom. Okay, this is going to activate, give you more energy, give you more balanced hormones, and I just explained all that stuff. So let's get started. And so much for waiting for people to trickle in, but yeah, every day at 9 a.m. we're here, and eventually I'm gonna have to stop doing this for free. So do subscribe with us on fightfearless.com. If you're watching this video later on, like I said, I'm probably gonna stop doing this for free and turn it over to a paid subscription. So do be prepared for that. If you're watching this now, we'll be turning everything over to a paid subscription, so you can check out and follow more at fightfearless.com. The app is only $1 right now, so go get the app. If it goes up in price when you're watching this, I'm sorry for that, but I'm adding more and more value to this, and giving all of this stuff here to you. So let's get started. The pelvic floor exercises that we want to do to activate these muscles in the pelvic region. Okay, again, remember, this is going to benefit you on so many aspects of your life, because your sexual energy is the basis and foundation to your finance, to your health, to your love life, and to your happiness and emotions. Okay, so again, these four pillars of your life, all coming from this energy down here, this earth connection energy. You have to have a strong foundation between your feet, between your lower energy and the rest of your body and the world. Okay, so we're going to activate these muscles here. These are your Kegel muscles. These are your pelvic floor muscles. These are your sexual organ muscles. These are your elimination muscles too as well. So your anus, your perineum, and then your sexual organs. Okay, gentlemen, your testicles. Ladies, so let's get started. So we're going to activate that, and then also too, for you guys that are always wondering how do you get the lower abs, this is the only way that you can do it, because you need this pelvic rotation in order to get the lower abs engaged. Okay, So doesn't matter how much fat you've got there, if you don't activate these muscles, you'll never get there, okay? Plus two, also, if you're pregnant or if you've ever been pregnant, this is a big one because we want to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. And then also when you're later years, you don't want to leak out that energy from down below too, okay? So again, a lot of different benefits, and I always have to explain that. It only takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to explain the benefits and the overall understanding of what you need to know for the exercise, because that's more important. The mind is more important than the body. The spirit is more important than the mind, and the mind is more important than the body. Okay, that's how it affects. That's the layers. Okay, so we're affecting it first on a spiritual level, and then on a mental level, and then on a physical level. Let's get started. We're gonna stand up for this exercise because what I want to do is activate the pelvis. Okay, so first off, what we have to do is be able to tilt the pelvis forward and back. Tilt it forward. Belly pulls in and tilts it back. Forward and back. Okay, just to activate the muscles, do that about 10 to 20 times. Just on your own, you're tilting the pelvis forward and back. Squeeze the pelvis forward so that you really feel those lower muscles in the sexual organs, in the hip flexors. Okay, so as you press forward, really squeeze, 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 and contract. Contract the butt too, the glutes, and then release. Pelvis tilts all the way so that you feel that full release, and all the way forward. Inhale as it goes back. Exhale. Pull the belly in. Exhale. Exhale, belly in. Hips forward. Okay. You can even hit yourself too to really activate that area. I know some of you have never done these exercises before, so it's important that you know all of the things that I've kind of found as I've been doing. Okay, the next thing is the circle. We need to be able to circle and shift. And again, these are just to activate the muscles in order to us to feel it. You already probably know the Kegel muscles is the same muscles that you use to go to the restroom. But now let's go ahead and tilt the pelvis the other way. So what we're gonna do is go side to side. Okay, but also remember where your pelvis is in space. So tilt the pelvis forward and then go side to side. Okay, activating both on the front. Okay, and then shift backwards and go side to side as well. I know it's ridiculous. You're like, Niko, these are ridiculous exercises. I can't believe you do this. I don't know how you do it without laughing. I do laugh. It's funny. It's all right. Okay, and then lastly, now let's go ahead and circle. So we're going to circle the pelvis. Circle left. I probably should have made you do hip circles first. So you can just do hip circles too as well. But again, the main thing is that we're activating the pelvis and pelvic diaphragm. So a few hip circles, okay, and then go back to the pelvic circles. Okay, forward and back. Forward. Again, exhale forward, and the belly pulls in. Inhale and the belly expands. Okay, do about 10 one way, 10 the other way. Should feel that the butt's kind of burning, hips are burning, lower abs are burning when you really focus in. Exhale, pull the belly in, crunch the abs, okay? All right, what was that? Was that it? Yeah, we did front to back, we did side to side, and we circled both directions for the pelvic floor. Okay, so that activates the lower pelvic muscles. Now you can sit down, you can be seated for the next part. But what we want to do is just obviously pull the belly in, and this is the same thing we've done. So there's 3 bandhas. There's the lower Jing energy, sexual energy, which is our Mula Bandha. It's our Muladhara chakra, our energy base, security and strength for our life, dealing with finances and dealing with security and shelter. Okay, activating this muscle, then pulling the belly in. Okay, remember our breath of fire that we did yesterday. So that goes up into the second bandha, the Uddiyana bandha, and that's where we pull the belly in. But at first, we want the bottom to be working too. Okay, so continue to pull up on the pelvic floor, and the belly kind of pulls in too. But I'm not really doing the Uddiyana just yet, so I'm flexing the lower pelvic floor, and then here's, remember, our Uddiyana, which is the pull of the belly here, right? The mid thoracic diaphragm. Okay, and we'll work into that tomorrow, but I want to work into the pelvic floor today. So it's said that we should probably be doing 50 to 100 of these activations of this lower muscle every day. So the more that you do it, the better you're going to get, the stronger you're going to get. And I've known these exercises for more than 3, maybe 5 years. Okay, so you're going to have to practice it more than just with me right now. So just think about that, pulling up on the pelvic floor, pulling in on the lower abs. And if you use it in combination with breath of fire that we did yesterday, you can focus more on the pelvic floor now as you do your breath of fire. Feel how it starts to get pretty fatigued. So then inhale, expanding the belly, expanding and relaxing the lower pelvic floor, pushing down into the lower pelvic floor. Feel that relax now. And the difference between activating those muscles and relaxing them to inhale, pushing down. There may be some spaces that you feel are disconnected and you want to push down into that with your inhale. Exhale, soften, relax, pull the belly in. And you can pull up on the pelvic floor again. Notice how that kind of maybe gives you this kind of like shiver in your body, and that's the energy that we're pulling up. And it may be feeling dispersed, but sometimes eventually we're gonna feel it like a straight shot to the brain and to the direct point that we want it to be. But right now we're building a lot of little subtle muscles, so it's like could be just like a wave of energy, and just kind of like, you've ever felt that tingle sensation, So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's do one more thing. We'll do Bhastrika, which is bellows breathing. And so you're going to inhale and exhale. And that way we're going to kind of feel that muscle a little bit more. So inhale into your lower belly. Push your belly out with your inhale and focus more on your inhale than your exhale. But we're going to do the same. Inhale powerfully, exhale powerfully, and expand through the belly. Try to expand more in the lower belly right now. I used to say kidneys, still expand through the kidneys, but expand through the bladder, expand through the front hips. Push the belly down, then exhale, pull it in. Okay, and let's do that 30 times. Make sure you really feel the inhale and the pushing and the opening. Take your time. Inhale into the pelvic floor, into the belly, into the face, to the crown of the head. Pull your arms, pull up on your pelvic floor, pull up on your uddiyana, on the diaphragm, thoracic diaphragm. Tuck the chin in, Jalandhar Bandha. And exhale, softening. Hold the face as you come down. We want to make that connection into the frontal channel. Excuse me. There's another word for it. Anyway, we have a governing channel and functional channel. There's another word for it. Anyway, but yeah, that's it. That's it for the pelvic floor. So we're talking about the pelvic floor today, and we're activating the muscles. We have our lower abs, sexual organs, our perineum, and our anus, and then even back up into like the low back. You got some muscles in the sacrum too, but you have to activate those muscles. So that's what we're focusing on for today. Let's come back tomorrow for the mid diaphragm, thoracic diaphragm, uddiyana bandha, and working on pulling that energy up through the middle, breaking through heart blockages, and releasing our past off of our back so that we can have that proper communication of the nervous system. But until then, see you guys later today at 1. Much respect. Have a good day. Fight fearless. Super helpful. Super checkout, man.